And welcome back to the Houston Texans franchise rebuild. Here today, we have week 14 action versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. Please leave a like, comment down below what you thought of today's action, and don't forget to subscribe. As the Houston Texans are coming off of another loss here, we're on a bit of a losing streak right now, guys. We've lost 3 straight here. And we just lost to the Colts 38-35 in a ball game where we outgained them in every major category. The turnovers were a problem. They held the ball for a better time of possession, but Mason Pryor did not have himself a great day. Couldn't really run the football. It was just a tough loss here. But it's time to get back on track here, and it starts this week. You know, last game I felt was to save our season, and now at 6-6 we're reeling here. You know, we're in terms of the conference, we're not even close. So in terms of the playoff hunt, we're kind of a borderline one of these bottom dwelling teams. So can we get back on track versus this 2-9 Jacksonville team that really jump-sparked this losing streak for us? And I think today's action is probably the most important game. And, well, between this game and next week, if we lose those next 2 games, we're definitely out. But I think if we lose this week, we're going to most likely be out. We do have a couple of player breakout opportunities here. We'll start here with the receiver. I'm disappointed, coach. Okay, what's happening? And it's for Paul Wilkerson. Paul Wilkerson wants to go up to an X Factor. We got to get him 4 touchdowns, which is doable, or 200 scrimmage yards, which is also doable. I would like to get Wilkerson more involved in this offense, and this offense does need to step up. And then for the defensive backs, and it's for Jalen Petrie here. Oh my. This is actually a very important upgrade here, because if we can hold Jacksonville less than 150 yards passing, or get Jalen one of these, any of these 2, which is an interception, forced fumble, tackle for loss, or sack, I mean, that puts him up to superstar, and that again makes the contract demand for him will most likely go up here. But let's go take a quick look at this Jags team and then get into today's action. Taking a quick look at this Jacksonville team, they are led, of course, by Josh Allen here, Brandon Sheriff, Christian Kurtz. We know this Jacksonville team, Trevor Lawrence is still a franchise quarterback. Even in a bad season, he's still very good. They will get Travis Etienne back, so, you know, Rashad Hicks and Josh McKinley here with Ed McBride. You know, these 3 young backs here, they did an okay job here, but with Etienne back, that adds a dynamic playmaker to their offense. Jeff Parman is out this week, so we already struggled against KJ Hamler, and I really don't want to play against him more, but we're gonna have to. And they still have Corey Davis, they still have Evan Ingram. You know, they have a quality offensive line, though my expectation is for us to still go out there and destroy this team. We should be able to do that. It's just, what are the differences that we're going to be making this week? And I think a lot of it is just the approach to the ball game, and hopefully with a new approach we can get back into the winning column. And welcome to Houston. Here in week 14, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Houston Texans, as the Jaguars are having themselves a season definitely to forget. 2-9, they got a victory a couple weeks ago versus this Houston team, and they just got another one last week, and they're hoping to continue to get at least some victories this year, and I think they want to sweep the series this year versus this Houston team. For the Texans right now, 6-6. We had expectations at definitely early portions of this campaign to not just make it to the playoffs, but to potentially get to the AFC Championship game and further. Now, with a 6-6 record, a 3-game losing streak, how do you get back on track? How do you get back to this winning column here when you're outsiders looking in terms of the postseason? And if we lose this week, you almost have to consider that this season is almost a lost year for this Houston team. It's up to Dameon Pierce. It's up to Nico Collins, Paul Wilkerson, and this defense to step up here and now. And here comes Trevor Lawrence, the veteran quarterback for this Jacksonville team. 3,000 passing yards, 16 touchdowns to 13 interceptions. He tore apart our defense a few weeks ago, and our defense wants a little bit of revenge this week, and hopefully we can do so. As Trevor Lawrence and company here will start at their own 25-yard line here. Lawrence will start this game, looks to throw, looking. Bosa's back there, and Nick Bosa will throw down Trevor Lawrence on the first play. And that's exactly what you want to start off in a ball game here, is get your top-tier playmaker, Joseph, an edge rusher, and Bosa to start our action. Second down and 23 here for Trevor Lawrence after the sack. Can he get back on track here? He looks to throw, slings it over the middle, and this is going to be a blast hit here. And Rashad Hicks somehow holds onto the rock. Still positive gain there here. Now it's a third down and long here. Lawrence in the shotgun, third straight pass, trying to avoid the 3 and out. Looks to throw, taking a deep shot here. Christian Kirksey, and that ball's off the hands of the defender. It's fourth down. They're going to have to punt. And here comes third-year quarterback Mason Pryor, who's had a lot of hot and cold streaks this campaign. 28 touchdowns to 21 interceptions, leads the league in the turnover category. And hopefully he can get back into a hot streak here for his Houston offense. Pryor will start under center in the I formation here. Pierce is the back. Gonna take the snap here. Here comes Dameon Pierce, the young talented running back, will gain a yard. Second down and 9 here for Mason Pryor and company, as he's going to be motioning Paul Wilkerson here, as he's going to get the ball to Wilkerson off the pitch here, and Wilkerson will get a cheap 4 yards. Houston's trying to keep everything in front of them, it looks like, here for this third down and 5. Pryor takes the snap. He's going to quickly get this ball to Richard Palmer, the second-year tight end, who's had really a standout last few games here, even in this losing streak. He's been catching a lot of good touchdowns here. I think he's actually second on the team in touchdowns. Pryor will stick in the shotgun here, and he's going to stick in this passing game. He looks to throw as he's going to sling to the outside. Here's Calvin Ridley, the veteran receiver, for 5 more. A lot of pitch and catches here for this Houston team, and this is probably something they should do instead of trying to push the ball always down the field. And here comes Dameon Pierce with a big hole up the middle of this offense of line here. What a good hard running right there for the young running back. Nico Collins goes to the backfield as we enter into the red zone. Punching on the door for the first points of today's action. Gets this ball to Wilkerson, as Paul Wilkerson will set us up here. First down and goal here at the 3. First down and goal here at the 3. Pryor the shotgun. Takes the snap. Here comes Dameon Pierce up the middle of this defense, and he almost finds the end zone. As Houston will turn to a 3 tight end formation here on second down. Pryor takes the snap. Here comes Pierce, and Pierce will walk in. Touchdown, Houston, as we'll take the early advantage here in week 14. Excellent drive here, not doing anything too crazy here, and it works out in our favor. And here comes Trevor Lawrence and company here, starting at their own 25-yard line here. First 3 plays have been all passes here for Lawrence, and this one will be the same here, as Houston will send an all-out blitz. Settles underneath here to Evan Ingram, as Ingram here will gain 5. Second down and 5 now here. 2 tight end formation here for Lawrence. Houston sends another blitz here. This pass on the outside here will be caught here by Kirksey. Third down. As it's third down and 1 here, Jacksonville trying to avoid another 3 and out here. Motioning KJ Hamler now. Hamler doesn't get the call, but ETN does, and that is Cameron Hayworth of the backfield for that big-time tackle for loss. Will force another 3 and out here, and this defense looks locked in. Houston's first possession went down the field and put up 6. Can they do it again? Motioning Paul Wilkerson, as Wilkerson will get the call here on this carry, gain of 3. Houston has been utilizing a little bit more of their running game to start off this action here. Right back to Dameon Pierce here, and Pierce up the middle of this game, and he gains 5 more. Third down and 2 here. 2 tight ends and the fullbacks in. Motioning Tyler Higbee here, the veteran tight end. Pryor takes the snap. Here comes Dameon Pierce right up the gut, and they get the first down, demoralizing this Jacksonville defense. And maybe a little bit more conservative offensive approach here for Mason Pryor and company, but it's working right now. Pryor back to this aerial attack. He wants Collins, and he got him. Nico Collins for 5. Starting for 5 for 5. Ball placed right around midfield here. Pryor takes the snap. He looks to throw now, feeling the rush here by Allen, and he wants Ridley. He got Ridley. Another catch here for 3 more. Fresh set of downs here for this Houston offense here. Now they're going to be motioning Nico Collins, maybe getting him involved here. No, they're going to hand the ball off to Dameon Pierce, who breaks off initial contact for still positive yardage. Houston faces a third down and 5 here. Last 30 seconds here, the first quarter. Looks to throw his Pryor, slings it over the middle, and it's just off the mark. Timing was off there for Wilkerson. It's 4th down. We have to punt. And a perfect punt there for Johnny Hecker, pinning back this Jacksonville team, starting at their own 5-yard line. Here's a carry for Travis Etienne, and Etienne will gain 3. And here at the beginning of the second quarter here, Houston has a 7-0 lead here, and Jacksonville is looking to get their first down at today's action. Here's a carry here for McBride, and McBride is met in the backfield, and it's going to be 3rd down and inches. 3rd down and inches now here for Lawrence. Etienne is checks right back in as Etienne will get the call here. And that's Nova, and that is another excellent tackle for loss here. It's another 4th down. It's another punt here. And our Houston defense has not even allowed a 1st down. Well, Houston will have excellent field position here to start off their 3rd drive. With your defense playing at the high caliber they are right now, you gotta find points here. Starting with a carry here with Pierce, gain of 2. Pryor will turn to the shotgun here, 2nd down and 8. Takes the snap, he looks to throw, quickly gets this one to Nico Collins. Quick pitch and catch here, 1st down and more. This change of philosophy for this Houston offense has really been working out in their favor up to this point. Pryor looks to throw, feeling the rush. He wants Tony Pollard his check down, and Tony Pollard bails out his quarterback to get a 1st down and more. Great job right there for the veteran runner. That play right there was going to get blown up at the backfield, but somehow Pollard is able to get 14 yards. Great play right there by Tony Pollard as we're inside the 30 of Jacksonville, tearing on another scoring possession here, and this is Pollard yet again, gain of 4. And this offense has been at its best when they use the duo at running back here, and they're going to continue to do so here on 2nd down. Here comes Tony Pollard right up the gut, 1st down and more. Inside the 15 now here, Pryor in the shotgun, takes the snap, he looks to throw now, stepping up in this pocket. He wants end zone, sets his feet, now he's going to look to scramble it in himself, and he's going to power his way in. Touchdown, Mason Pryor, and his offense go right down the field, go up by 2 scores. Where has this been over the last 3 weeks? Well, if you're Trevor Lawrence right now, you're starting here at your own 25, you've yet to get a 1st down, what can you do? And here comes Trevor Lawrence. He looks to throw it, and this is going to be Corey Davis for 8. I mean, right now, this is the start that Houston has wanted all along here. Defense playing excellent football, and offense has been looking stellar out there as this pass is off the hands of Hicks here. It will be a 3rd down and 2 here. And again, this is where our defense, if we can lock them up here. Here comes 3rd down. Pass goes underneath here, and it's off the hands of Evan Ingram. Another 3 and out here. Our defense has been playing excellent right now. 0 1st downs here for this Jacksonville team. Here comes Mason Pryor and company trying to go up by 3 scores now. And if they can do so, that's going to put a lot of pressure on this Jacksonville offense that I was already dealing with a ton. Pryor will stay under center here, 2 tight end formation now. Here comes Pierce, the lone back up the middle of this defense, and he's going to get close to the marker. As it will be 3rd down and 1 here. Houston has been putting themselves in better positions here on 3rd down. Tony Pollard right up the gut, 1st down. Pierce checks back into the ball game here. 2 tight end formation. Looks to throw his Pryor. Slings it over the middle. He has Wilkerson who catches it right around midfield. Penalty flag is thrown though. And it's going to be a personal foul on this defense at an extra 15 yards and an automatic 1st down. Houston has been keeping everything in front of them, and it's been working in their favor. Pryor takes the snap. He looks to throw. Gets this ball to Ridley. Ridley underneath now, and he gets the 1st down and more. Already 12 carries here for Dameon Pierce. He's been busy in this action. Pryor back to this aerial attack. He looks to throw, slings it underneath here, and it's on the hands of here Pierce, and Pierce walks it in. Touchdown, Houston. I think that pass was supposed to go to Ridley, but 2 receivers were there. Thankfully, Pierce got the heads-up play. Touchdown, Houston. We'll go up by 3 scores now. Oh, can Trevor Lawrence get a 1st down? That's the first thing this Jacksonville team needs to accomplish. Slings it to the outside here, and this is KJ Hamler. Reels it down here, 1st down. Well, you got your first goal there. If you're this Jacksonville team, you get your first down of today's action. It's coming in the late stages here of the second quarter. On this 1st down here, this pass will go right back to Hamler, gain of 8. as we're seeing this Houston team playing excellent football today, and this is what we need to see from them. Here comes ETN. ETN breaks initial contact, and he's down the field here. Nova trying to stop him. He can't, and Travis Etienne trying to answer with his own touchdown, and they're going to do so. Touchdown, Jacksonville. What a job there by Travis Etienne. Excellent blocking here for this Jacksonville offensive line here. Poor tackling, and you know what? That's the result of it. As Houston will have now a 2-minute drill here. 2:10 left to go here in the first half. Up 21 to 7 here. Can we get a good drive here? Start with a carry here for Pierce, gain of 4. I think if you're a Houston fan, this is the expectation you got for your team. Pryor takes the snap, he looks to throw. Now he's taking his deep shot here with Wilkerson, and he got underneath it. What a job here for Paul Wilkerson, the third-year wideout, making a big-time play here. Houston's first shot. It goes for the biggest play of today's action. Wow, what a job here. Paul Wilkerson in double coverage is able to get right underneath it. Picture perfect pass there for Mason Pryor, and we're in business. Pryor in the shotgun inside the 25. Takes the snap, setting up a little screen now here for Tony Pollard, the veteran. Back, gets some good blocking, cuts it to the outside, shoved out of bounds here at the 10. Staying in the shotgun here is Pryor. Takes the snap, little delay give here for Tony Pollard, who walks it in. Touchdown, Houston. Where has this offense been over the last 3 weeks? We're up 28 to 7 here in the first half. Exactly the response we've needed over these last few weeks. Well, Trevor Lawrence on his last possession was able to go down the field and put up 7. Can he do it again? With 1:22 to go. Here comes Lawrence, looks to throw, he's gonna be sacked, fumble, ball's out, someone go pick it up. And that was Steven Dalton on the blind side of Lawrence, getting the big time sack here, and Houston's again in business. And if you're Trevor Lawrence, you just cannot have that. 2nd down and 20 after the sack. He looks to throw. Plenty of time. Settles underneath here. And this is a good reception here for Hicks. 3rd down and 13. Offset I formation here. Are they going to run the football? And they're going to do so. Right up the gut here. And we're going to call a timeout now. And that's going to make this... They're going to have to punt here, Jacksonville will. But with 42 seconds to go, 2 timeouts. Pryor wants to continue to pour it on here in this week 14 action, and this pass here is off the mark. Penalty flag is thrown. It's going to be a spot foul, pass interference call here on this Jacksonville team. Now past midfield here, 38 seconds left to go. 2 timeouts in Pryor's back pocket. He looks to throw. He wants Nico Collins. Collins catches it and runs. Houston will call their 2nd timeout. 31 seconds to go, 1 timeout to use. Pryor takes the snap, he looks to throw. He's stepping up in this pocket. He's looking, now he's gonna look to scramble here, and he's gonna pick up close to 9 yards. 2nd down and 9 here for Pryor. 23 seconds to go. Looks to throw. He's looking down the field here. Collins caught it, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. What a drive here for Mason Pryor and company. Picture perfect placement, and now Collins gets involved. As we're going to be heading into halftime here in week 14, Houston has a 35-7 lead here. Defense playing excellent, offense playing excellent, everything's hitting on all cylinders. This was our expectation 3 weeks ago. But now, due to the fact that we're 6-6 and we're having a game like this does tell you we have a ton of talent on this roster. We can't put up points, we can't play good football if we just play smart. Right now, coming into this game, we wanted to play a little bit more, not conservatively per se, but just keep everything in front of us in terms of the offense, and it's worked out in our favor. Defensively, we've done the exact same thing, and it's worked out in our favor. And I'm hoping that it can continue to happen here in the second half. Hopefully no second half collapse here. And if we continue to put up points, we'll put in some backups. And here at the beginning of the second half, Houston has a 35-7 lead here, and they're looking to continue to add to it. Starting with the carry here for Pierce, gain of 3. Pryor will turn to a 3-receiver set here on 2nd down as he looks to throw, getting this ball to Richard Palmer. The 2nd-year tight end gets involved again. 1st down and more. As Mason Pryor has looked perfect today. He's only missed 1 pass. Here comes Tony Pollard. He gets involved in this offense, gain of a yard. 3rd down and 8 here. Mason Pryor trying to avoid a 3-and-out. Looks to throw. Plenty of time. Gets this ball to Collins, who's left wide open. He can't do that. 1st down and more. Pryor's taking to the shotgun here. Tony Pollard's the back to the left. Pryor looks to throw. Looking. He gets this ball to Richard Palmer, and Palmer underneath now as he's going to get the first down. Fresh set of downs here for Houston. Pryor takes the snap. He slings it underneath now. This is Wilkerson's turn for a reception and more. Here inside the 20 now. Motioning Paul Wilkerson yet again, and he flips it to Wilkerson and trying to get him involved again. Gain of a yard. Second down and 9 here. Pryor looks to throw. Looking for anyone. Settles underneath here. Paul Wilkerson. And he gets us to a third down and manageable. Third down and 1 now here for Pryor. Takes the snap. Here comes Tony Pollard. Pollard, the veteran runner, trying to get his way in, and he will do so. Touchdown, Houston. His second touchdown of today's action. Houston is pouring it on here. Well, Jacksonville needs a drive here to even just kind of stay in this ball game here. Trevor Lawrence will start on the shotgun, handing this ball off here to Rashad Hicks, who hurdles over the defender, and he's still going to get good yardage here. Gain of 6. Third down now, trying to avoid another 3 and out here. Here comes Trevor Lawrence. He looks to throw, slings it underneath here, and this is going to be a caught here. Corey Davis. Fresh set of downs here for Jacksonville as they're putting together probably their best drive here, and this run won't go anywhere. Lost a 2 on that run. Second down and 8. Houston sends another blitz here. KJ Hamler reels it down for the fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Ball at midfield, hands this ball off to Etienne, who breaks initial contact. He's down the sideline here. He has the lone touchdown for Jacksonville, and they're back in business here. Here at the 27 now, Jacksonville is putting together probably their best drive now. Here comes Lawrence. He slings it over the middle. KJ Hamler somehow holds on off to the big hit. Goal to go now here for Jacksonville. Lawrence takes it, looks to throw. Plenty of time in the pocket. No one's getting open, though. Dwight, though, the rookie, gets back there. Pianzo with a big-time sack here at the 22. What a job here for the rookie defender. His 7th sack of the campaign. And this defense continues to provide a great rush. And now it's first down and goal here at the 22. Lawrence back to this aerial attack. Slings it under the net. Handler again reels it down. But it will be third down and goal here at the 9 here. Lawrence takes the snap. He looks to throw. Looking Enzo picked off Adoree Jackson. And right there, that's the dagger. I doubt that Jacksonville will even come close to coming back into today's action. And here in week 14, the Houston Texans will be blowing out this Jacksonville team 49-7. We did get a late touchdown at the end of the ball game, but my goodness, our offensive approach worked out from the very beginning. But I would honestly sit here and say it was the defense that kept us not even just in this ball game, but they did just an excellent job of neutralizing this Jacksonville team. They did rush for over 100 yards, Travis Etienne did, but he did pop one for a big gain. But my goodness, our offense looked picture perfect. Mason Pryor was perfect. I think he only missed one pass in today's action here. Where Mason, he went 21 of 22, and we kept everything in front of us. Trevor Lawrence did absolutely nothing. Got to see a little bit more to Dan Williams, who also looked good against this Jacksonville defense. And this was the expectation entering into the week a couple weeks ago, week 11 action versus this team. This was my expectation for us. Paul Wilkerson, 11 catches, 146 yards. Not going to get the development traits. Unfortunately, to X Factor, no sacks allowed. Defensively, Dwight got 2 sacks. Stephen Dalton got 2 sacks. Bosa got a sack. Let's go see, where is Peachy here. Peachy did not get anything. We got 2 interceptions. So for Jalen's sake, I mean, total offense, they did that. I don't know if the game is going to count the 89 passing yards. If it does, he should go up to superstar, if I'm remembering correctly. We also won time of possession. We just did everything perfectly. Complete ball game all around. As we do have some upgrades to do after this week, we'll start here with Dameon Pierce. And Pierce looked very good out there. We'll go with elusive runner with him, make him a solid 89 overall, and +1 to his speed, which has always kind of lacked him. is his speed, but 89 speed, we're sitting in a good spot here. And then for Nico Collins, I think with Collins, we're going to go with deep threat here, make him an 85 overall. Collins gets some catching in traffic and +2 deep route running, which makes that all solid right there. Top 10 wide receiver, one of my favorite playmakers on this offensive side of the ball. But let's go check out these two development breakout opportunities here. We did have an injury after this week. Let's go start with here with Wilkerson. That ain't the game I was hoping for. I mean, you had 150 yards. I don't want to fucking hear it. Let's go see here for Jalen. I knew it. Jalen, big time talent. And Jalen is now a superstar development. So what does that do? He gets 4,000 XP. What does that do to his contract demand? Let's go quickly check out the injury report, and then we're going to sim to the next week. And it's to Nate Davis here. So the right side of the offensive line is dealing with some injuries. He's going to miss 3 games. Brock Morgan's going to miss another game. But my goodness, the right side of the O-line is now dealing with some injuries. But as we sim to the next week, we sit here at 7-6. We're now a game and a half behind the Colts due to the loss a few weeks ago. But we're now back on track here in these last 4 games here. The Titans here are 10-3. One of the better teams, of course, in the conference. I think they're right now the #1 seed, and they are. We are currently not in. The Denver Broncos are in at 7. So let's go quickly check out this division standings after this performance. For us, the Chicago Bears locked up a playoff spot, but now with 7 victories under our belt, we're, a couple games behind the Broncos right now. I don't really know how all the standings work and stuff, but we're right there. We just got to continue to put together wins here in the last stretch. And you guys saw the last stretch here. We have the Tennessee Titans. We do have the Broncos, which is a very important matchup. If we get this victory, it becomes a very important matchup. We have the Raiders and then, of course, the Niners. So, and don't forget, 3 out of these 4 opponents here are playoff contenders and playoff teams. So the Broncos, the Raiders, and the Titans. I don't think San Francisco's in it. I just have not seen their icon. They are not in this current picture. Let's go quickly check out the standings just to see what the Niners record are. And the 49ers are right now a 4-9 team. So you basically sit here and say we got 3 playoff games remaining. But like I was saying here, what does this contract demand do for Jalen? This has been something that I've been pondering over the last, off recording. Is what are we gonna do here at safety? We have Jabril Peppers, who has interest in coming back. He wants a 3-year, $24 million contract, 29 years old. Jalen now, superstar dev. Contract demand did not change. And then, of course, but he has no interest in coming back. And then we have Kenyon Green, who we're still trying to work out a long-term deal. I think that Jalen got an upgrade. So before we even go into this negotiation period, let's do this upgrade here for Jalen. And I want to work on zone coverage. I think that's just where that's just his game here is zone. And we get +3 awareness. So that was kind of a useless upgrade in my opinion, but it does bump him up to an 82 overall here. But as I was thinking about what are we going to do at the safety position here, we have Christopher Lockhart for another season. Of course, we could go in the route of bringing back Jabril Peppers, and I think making the decision sooner than later makes a whole lot of sense. The contract demand here for Jalen did not change. But before we go into those contracts, let's continue talking to Kenyon. He wants a massive contract here, and he deserves it. In my opinion, he's actually our best lineman, and I'm willing to give him this 4-year, $60 million deal. This is exactly what I was hoping for, and next season will be great. So we did re-sign Kenyon Green. It was a massive contract to keep him. And, overall, I'm happy about keeping Kenyon Green. We don't have to worry about him for the next 4 seasons. It's a massive deal. It's going to be, he's a top tier guard, and he deserves to be paid like one. He's 24 years old. He's only going to get better. But now you guys might be wondering, what about the safety position? So, of course, we have Jalen here, who has no interest in coming back, but, you know, he has the speed, he has the coverage ability, he has the tackle. You know, he can do, he is that typical free safety that can do a little bit of everything. Then, of course, you have Jabril Peppers here, who, you know, right now, due to morale, it's playing down his ratings here, but he still has solid enough speed. He still can tackle. He can do a little bit of everything. He's that perfect hybrid type of safety that can do a little bit of everything, which is why I really like Jabril Peppers. But then when you're talking about Christopher Lockhart here, who, just for a little bit of a reminder, he's more of a run support. He's not the best in coverage. He's much more of a tackling type of safety here. So, of course, when you sit here and look at it like that, you know, if we're going to basically say we're going to keep either Peppers or Jalen, you know, Christopher will play on one side, probably strong safety. Do we think that Peppers could play free? Absolutely. But I think in terms of just having that range at safety, Jabril or Jalen Petrie here makes a whole lot more of sense if we're going to go just from that sideline to sideline type of safety here. He's also cheaper, but the problem is that, excuse me, he doesn't want to be here. So in terms of negotiating contracts, 2 years is what I want to work with, and a 2-year, you know, $10 million is something that I would be more than willing to give to Jalen. I think due to his age, his now development trait, you know, a 2-year, $12 million deal. If he accepts this, I'm happy. And he accepts 2 years, $12 million. He's going to stay on this team for the next couple seasons. So now the question turns to, and I did not think it was going to be that easy, to be honest with you guys. So now the question is, what do we do with Jabril Peppers? And this kind of really kind of opens the door to basically sit here and say, we don't need Peppers. Peppers is now just going to stay on this roster for the rest of the season and hopefully help us into this playoff push. You know, he might be a player we consider bringing back if necessary, but we kept our young superstar now safety in Jalen Petrie here. We're keeping the homegrown talent. But guys, next time we'll be against the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans where, you know, we lost to them, I believe, early on in this campaign. They were our second loss and they completely destroyed us, especially in the second half where we couldn't do anything. Can we get a victory here today? That's the question. If we can't beat this Titans team, I don't think that we can really save this season. And unfortunately, if that's the case, year 4 will basically be to just start some of this young talent that we have on this roster. So we shall see. So guys, I really do hope you enjoyed today's action here. We got back into the winning column. I know the last 3 episodes have been tough to watch due to the fact that I just kind of suck at Madden. But guys, please leave a like, comment down below what you thought, and don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.